Oh, you can. Just you can. Okay, quickly. Take you to the beach, and then we'll get some shoes on. Oh, I need keys. Let's lock you up. All right. Then we'll change into our walking shoes. Oh, my goodness, guys. It is like 10 degrees this morning. Oh, it is cold. Okay. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. All right, guys, we're going to take you down the beach so you can watch the sunrise. I'll watch the sunrise. We'll all watch the sunrise. It's like a poem. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Hey guys, I'm Dora. Welcome to my live where I'm kind of training on the beach at the moment for a 30k walk, which is this Friday. I've been at it for like the last 3.5 weeks. So anyway, this is kind of the end week. I'm tapering off, feeling good, and want to share. There you go. You're going to see the sunrise. So beautiful. So guys, I noticed, oh, there you go, that's the sunrise. Hi, it's Grim, how you going? Oh my gosh, you get to watch this magical moment of sunrise on Monday morning here in Queensland, Australia. It is glorious. Welcome to the sunrise on Monday morning here in Australia. It's gorgeous. You've just caught the sunrise, guys. This is in Redcliffe in southeast Queensland. How beautiful is this, guys? Enjoy this moment. So magical. Yeah, people in the Northern Hemisphere, if you're watching this, it's still Sunday evening for you. But in Australia, it's Monday morning and you're watching the sunrise. And we have to do a jumping for joy. So this is kind of like if you're new to my channel, it's a star jump. But I call it jumping for joy and it's a sunrise. So we're going to jump for joy. So I'm going to put you down so you can watch. Okay, let's do this. So that was a jumping for joy, guys. I'm Pandora. And I'm going to put you down again while I go and change into my shoes. Because I'm in my socks and thongs. Thongs, in Australia we call these thongs. Not thongs another place. Thongs on my feet. Anyway, I'm going to put you down and I'm going to change. You watch that, guys. G'day guys, we're back. Baby's back. I don't know why I even said that. So someone was actually on the beach going, I wonder whose phone's out on the beach, and looking around. I said it's my phone. Anyway, got my shoes on. We have my bucket. What's a bucket? What's a bucket? What's a bucket? That's a bucket. That's a bucket. Oh look, there's the full moon. Well, it's not full anymore. But when we've been walking in the afternoon, training for this 30 kilometre or 18 miles or 19 miles I'm doing, the moon has been rising out of the ocean. Oh, how's this Monday morning? This is awesome. So what's the bucket about? The bucket is about picking up rubbish because, you know, it comes in on the tide, and if you don't pick it up, it'll go back in the tide, with the tide, and then, you know, birds will eat it, turtles will eat it. So yeah, best to get rubbish off the ground. And also I'm picking up sea glass. So sea glass, and I'll show you a bit of sea glass. Now, sea glass originally is like sand that is being compressed and turned into like see-through glass, right? But I'm picking up sea glass. This probably was a bottle that was chucked in the water and broken up, and then with the waves and the sand has made all the edges really nice and soft. So when we're walking along, we're trying to find some. So, oh gosh, isn't that gorgeous, guys? I can never get enough of the full moon, the sunrise. It's just so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Oh, okay. We can stop. There's no rush, right? I've done most of the training now, guys. So I've actually been training for the last 3 weeks, most mornings and most afternoons. And I've also been doing a live and taking you along for the ride. Just to share why I'm doing these walks. My why is the walk is for mental health. It's raising awareness and funds for a certain organisation that does programs here in Australia for mental health. I'm not here asking for money. Don't worry about that. Don't. Calm down. I'm just really wanting to share experiences about mental health. And one of my good girlfriends, she is not here today because of her mental health. Keep grinding. Thanks, mate. I will keep grinding. And you keep grinding too. Bye. So, yeah, she's my why. And I think, really, to be honest, if you look deeper, mental health is not just about the person that we've lost. You know, most people in their life will suffer some form of mental health, whether it be depression, anxiety, panic attacks. It doesn't actually have to be like schizophrenia or bipolar, which, you know, has had quite a stigma attached to it, or having a mental health has a stigma attached to it. My girlfriend Esther, who's not here anymore, she was from Malaysia, and in Malaysia, mental health is not recognised. They just said, you know, just deal with it, get over it. She had a lot of trauma from a very bad marriage, and she needed help. But her family even said, just get over it. Anyway, so she got on with her life, still carrying this stigma while raising 3 children. Divorced that guy. Met a new guy online, as you do. And she came to Australia and for a better life. She brought her daughter with her, married a new guy. I met her while working my part-time job I was working, and became great friends. She used to call me her sister. So in Asian kind of culture, they call friends sister. So yeah, it was quite nice to have, you know, a Malaysian friend. I'm actually half Indonesian. Born here in Australia, never lived in Indonesia, but we have to walk out here, don't we? It's so beautiful. Look at this. I just love looking at the sand. Like, look at that. Mother Nature's canvas. And then we got the big sunrise, which is, you know, Mother Nature kind of showing off in a good way. But, you know, one thing about sunrises to me, it signifies, okay, well, we've got to jump on the island. Jump on the island. We're dry. Island, we're okay. Sunrise is basically, well, how I look at a sunrise is that every sunrise is a new start. You know, what happened the day before can be forgotten. I mean, within reason. Some things can't, obviously. But, you know, most things, if you have a good sleep, you can wake up and guarantee that you're going to see a sunrise. Not much else can be guaranteed. I mean, not always see a sunrise. I should reframe that. Some mornings I don't see a sunrise. It's cloudy or rainy. We have the swimmers. So this is winter here in Australia. Like I said, it was 10 degrees. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's 10 degrees Celsius. The car said it'll warm up pretty fast as soon as that goes up. I'm not even wearing a hat at the moment. No hat. But I just thought, you know what, it'd be nice to get some sun on my face. Just feel the sunlight in my eyes. It helps your circadian rhythm, you know, like the first sun of the day is supposed to be really good for your eyes to help reset your 24-hour clock so that it helps you sleep better. So if you've got sleep problems, they say that you should get out at first light, get out of bed early, shock horror, and go out and look at the sun. Because obviously at lunchtime, if you go look at the sun, you'll burn your eyesight, so probably don't do that. It's so beautiful. Look at that. So I bring another phone with me, because when I'm on a live, I can't actually take photos. I mean, I can take screenshots, But I've got my old iPhone 13 that I use as my backup camera to take photos. See what the camera can see and see what you see. You know what's interesting, right? I'm only kind of really new to doing lives, right, guys? I'm literally only doing lives. I fell upon them when I was traveling. Guys, we are good. I don't really want to get my feet wet today. The last couple of times I've been walking, I've been getting my feet wet. All right, I know I'm precious, okay, guys? It's not going to hurt me. There's a little island. Lucky I've got long legs, eh? Okay. We are in river territory, guys. River territory. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Now, I was on a rant before. What was I saying? My why. I talked about my why. Our mental health, stigma. Esther came to Australia, and she did get some help because Australia has, they do recognise mental health as being a condition, not like Malaysia and a lot of Asian countries. And she did get some help. She was on some medication, but she didn't like how the medication made her feel. So she would kind of go on and off it. And she would also add alcohol to it. Okay, guys, you know what I'm going to say, guys? We don't want to get wet. Okay, we are precious today. We are self-caring today, guys. We are self-caring. But there's another story I'll get into later. There's lots of stories, okay? There's lots of stories in my lives because that's what we do. Sharing's caring, and if any of my stories can connect with any of you, great. If it doesn't, oh well, move on. So, yes, alcohol played a part in helping her mental health and also not helping her mental health. So I'm definitely, I can put my hand up and say I've used alcohol to help, with stress. Like that, stress is mental health. If you have too much stress, it can cause mental health. It doesn't actually have to be like you have mental health. Oh, oops, we just stepped over our first bit of sea glass. Now, I would probably say that could be sea glass. It's kind of soft. It's been in the ocean for a while. Okay, we're going to put that in a bucket. Definitely I've used alcohol to... I really want to jump out onto the sea flats. They're so beautiful. Sea flats. Sand flats. I'm human. A lot of people use alcohol to numb pain, even physical pain. I know people do that. I should reframe this. I'm not condoning that. I'm just talking about this in context of what happened to Esther. And so, on and off, she would be, have some alcohol and help to soothe her pain. She used to have very bad trauma at night time when she slept. She'd wake up in nightmares of what happened to her in her previous marriage. So there was a lot of hurt and trauma there, guys. And she did try to take her life a few times. So if this is at all, too touching for you guys, please don't be listening to this. My walk is about mental health, and that can be triggering for a lot of people. And I'm talking about things that are quite deep and personal to myself. So, hey Deb, how you going? Hey Deb, the sunrise is rising for you, love. Hope you're feeling good today. So today's Sunday for you. Are you feeling better? Your stomach pain is all good now? So I'm going to keep on with my story, because I know people do listen from the later on in the live, like they come back later on and watch it. So she did attempt a few times. I did know about these attempts, and her husband obviously had to call police and had to call ambulances quite a few times. her young daughter saw this too. There were times that I would get called by Esther and she'd be very, very drunk, and I'd come and pick her up and I would just listen to her. She would just be crying uncontrollably. I would hug her. I didn't know what to do. I would talk to her about, are you seeing anyone? Are you getting any help? But, in those times when there's a lot of alcohol in place, you just have to listen and you have to, hug and love. So that's what I did. Anyway, I thought she was getting better. This went for many years. And then, unfortunately, she attempted, and it unfortunately worked. And when her husband rang me, it was a Monday morning, I kind of was didn't believe it, because she had tried many a times. And I also didn't believe that she would go. She was in hospital. They said that, there was a chance that maybe they put her in a coma. They could maybe get her out of it. Maybe she'd be okay. I had hoped, I prayed, all those things. Hey, that's rubbish. Don't know what that is. And by about Thursday afternoon, they said, there's no hope. Come and good your eyes. So her husband rang me and said, this is the case. I couldn't believe it. I really still had hope that this was not the end for her. And he said, you can come and say goodbye if you like. Now, ordinarily, I don't really want to see someone in that state, because at the end of the day, I want to remember them as the person they are. Like, my father said to me, before he died, he said, don't come and see me in the morgue or anything like that. Have a closed coffin, because I do not want to be showed. I want to be remembered as the person I am alive. So I've always held that in my mind. But I did go say goodbye. It was very hard. And to see a friend like that. Okay, so this is Lavender Rock. It's the end of my kind of walk on one side. It's a love heart. Lavender is a girl that comes to our chat. And she said, look, that looks like a love heart. I had never noticed. When I kicked the rock like this side, I never noticed. It's a love heart. Anyway, we're going to keep on walking. I will look at your chat in a second, Deb. I just want to kind of get the story out. Can you see the moon up there, Deb? And unfortunately, the next day they turned her machine off. So her husband obviously is an absolute mess. And he continues. This is about 4 years later. He will continue to have his trauma over what's happened. Her daughter, she's here in Australia still. She's living with a boyfriend. She's about 22 now. She was only like 17 or something when this all happened. That's a hard age. You miss your mum, you need your mum. So it's very hard. And, she has her own issues from watching her mum and her dad in the trauma that happened back in Malaysia. So she has her demons also. And I'm really hoping she's getting help. I do reach out to her every now and then to make sure she's okay, as like an auntie kind of figure. And she knows my number. When she sees me, she runs up and gives me a massive big hug. So that's beautiful. Oh, more rubbish. Again, you don't want... Oh, what is that? What is that? That's like a USB for something. I don't know. It's got a clicker on it. Click, click, click. Something blow up. Click, 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 click. Ah, interesting. Anyway, we'll chuck that in the bin. We don't want a turtle to eat that. So that's why this walk is so important for me, because I believe that we should all be getting some, and there needs to be more treatment available. It's easy to kind of go off treatment here because there's so many people needing treatment and they're so overwhelmed that they can't be like, hey, how come you're not in your treatment anymore? You missed your appointment. You were coming to appointments, now you're not coming. What's going on? People don't just get better. You do need treatment. You need to talk to people. Talk to professionals. So, yeah, that's why I do these kind of walks, to bring awareness that we definitely need more awareness for mental health. We need more understanding that, people can't just get over mental health. I mean, even in today's culture, even in Australia, mental health is talked about a lot, okay? But people still, in my culture, in Australian culture, still say, oh, so-and-so, oh, they're going through something, midlife crisis, oh, just get over it. But, some people can't get over things. And I'm at the age, I'm 50 now, and, premenopause, perimenopause, they call it, or menopause, that's coming to me. Or maybe it's already coming to me. Affects people in different ways. But, that causes a lot of mental anguish for women. And I got to say, for the guys, having to go through it also on the other side, you got to deal with it too. So it goes both ways, guys. And guys can also suffer their own mental health problems from different things. They just don't get the perimenopause and the menopause. All right, so what is Deb saying here? You had fun visiting your younger daughter. That's great. How far does she live away from you? Does she live in Spring, Texas also? You laugh together. That's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful, Deb. I'm glad. You know what? Laughter is so important. And I hope, well, let me ask you this, Deb. In my lives, do you get a bit of laughter? I'm not always serious. And that's why I don't talk too much about, I do talk about mental health, but I don't try to go too low all the time. It's important for me to talk about it because it's my why, and this is why I'm doing these walks. But, it's important for me to flip it on its side also and have fun. Okay, I'll tell you a joke. Oh, she's 5 minutes away. Oh, that's great. She's not too far. So how often do you see her? It's important to have laugh. And I laugh at myself all the time. I know people are some people are very serious. They would never want to laugh at themselves or want anyone to laugh at them. But for me personally, I'm happy to laugh at myself. I'm happy for people to laugh at me. I think you've probably seen that a few times on my lives, people laughing at me. But anyway, this morning, I'm in the car waiting for the car to warm up. I live 5 minutes from this glorious beach. And I'm singing, the Baby Shark song? But I'm singing, baby fish, do-do-do-do-do, baby fish, do-do-do-do-do, baby fish. And I'm like, wait on, I have a baby and I don't have a fish. And I'm like, wait on, it's Baby Shark. And I'm like, just having a little giggle to myself in the car while the car's warming up. And you know what? It just lightens the mood. I don't know. It's just my way of, having a joke with myself. Oh, okay, Deb. I'm so sorry. But you know what? Unfortunately, my story, your story, not to downplay our stories, but we all are now starting to have these stories, and we should all, I always kind of say, I know not everyone wants to walk 30 kilometres or, at least 18 miles or 19 miles that I'm doing on Fridays. This Friday, Deb, I get that. And I've been doing a lot of training. And I know not everyone is capable of that. And I'm very grateful that I'm capable. And since I'm capable, I do it. But I think in all our ways, we should try to, support mental health more. There's always something else we could do. I don't know what that could be. But at the same time, there's also stuff we do for ourselves, like Deb. You're seeking out your daughter that lives 5 minutes away to give you a laugh. And it helps you get out of your dumps, you said. That's amazing. So you're helping your own mental health. I'm not saying that you're mental, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, I'm going to say something to you, Deb. Over the last couple of days, you've noticed I have done a lot of kilometres. I had a rest yesterday because I needed it. So Sunday's always my day of rest. I don't do my big walks on Sundays. But I think Friday and Saturday together, I did like nearly 40 kilometres, like probably 21 miles over 2 days, right? That's a lot. And then I've also been doing a lot of walking in between, like the other days. It's all accumulative, right? It's not normal to walk that much. Well, not for me. There are some people that do that quite regularly, but I don't. I do an average of probably, in miles, probably about 4 miles a day on average. So I have been probably not looking after myself. So I noticed that on Saturday morning that I was not looking after myself properly. I wasn't eating properly before my big walks. On Friday, I think I ended up doing like a 3-hour walk in the morning. I don't know if you're on that live, Deb. Remember that live where I got to 500 subscribers and people were egging me on to dance? Yeah, I think you were there, Deb. It was a great little morning walk. But I hadn't had breakfast that morning. And, I'm walking, and even though it's winter here, it's actually quite warm. And I probably didn't have enough water. And it's not just water, you need to have hydrolytes. So, you need to put stuff into your water to get your electrolytes back. I wasn't doing that. I hadn't done that the whole time I've been walking. And I probably haven't been having enough snacks while I've been walking. So Saturday I took snacks with me while I was walking. I was having hydrolytes. But, I'd also done the damage, as in like my body was already depleted of a lot of minerals. And guess what happened to me on Saturday night? Well, not what happened to me, should I say. I'm not talking like, I won a prize. But I ended up anxious. And when I get anxious, it can come to like little mini panic attacks. So I wasn't feeling the greatest on Saturday night. I had done 15 kilometres, and then the day before I'd even done 19 kilometres. So I'd been doing a lot of kilometres. So I got in a bath and put some Epsom salts in there, some self-care, right? But I was anxious. And I completely forgot to tell you this, guys. Like I said to you, when I kind of first started these walks, I said, touch wood, I'm really glad that, I don't suffer any mental health, so to speak. But, I've gone through times of depression when we've broken up with boyfriends and things like that, or when my dad died. And I think a lot of people can sympathise with they've gone through the ups and downs of life. That's life, isn't it? But, that is like, doses of mental health, and it can affect us. Hi, Ash. I'm from Brisbane. This is 30 minutes actually from Brisbane. It's a place called Redcliffe. This is Sutton's Beach. And there's the sunrise on Monday morning here. So, in my past, I have had some anxiety over different things that's happened in my life. Deb, go check out my previous live. I did one from home last night, just talking about this actual subject of anxiety and a panic attack. Of what happened, that reminded me on the weekend that I need to look after myself a little bit more. So I'm preaching to you guys about looking after yourself more. I haven't been looking after myself. So I'm going to stop, have some water. You guys can look at the sun. Oof, she's hot. Hot, hot, hot. Oh, the views are great, isn't it? Why is there no people there? There is people. If you zoom in here, there's people sitting, walking. There's construction workers building on some apartment block just over here. Mind you, it's 7 a.m. in the morning. There's lots of people walking. You just can't see them. There's even people swimming in the water there. Where are you from? Ishish? I'm not saying that right. 2:40 a.m. in India. Well, welcome to Queensland. This is sunny Queensland. A few hours before you. Whereabouts in India are you from? I love India. Indian food in India is amazing, amazing, amazing. I spent 3 weeks there a few years ago. Absolutely loved it. Bit of sea glass. So guys, whoever's new to the chat, this is Southeast Queensland. You're watching my walking on sand because I'm just about to do a 30 kilometre, which is about 18 miles, walk on Friday for mental health awareness. So I take this opportunity to have a chat. And, you know, some people have regularly been jumping on the chat, like my friend Deb here, and we have a bit of a chat. So if you'd like a chat, within reason, if you're a weirdo, I will just block you. So, you know, you want to have a chat? Have a chat. Am I a teacher? No, I'm not a teacher. Do I sound like a teacher? No, I definitely don't want to be a teacher. I think teachers are a very hard job, especially in today's kind of society. Kids are horrific. Just saying. God, there's some schools, kids are like hitting their teachers. Like, you shouldn't have to put up with that. Yeah, even, actually got to say, there's actually a lot of cases of teachers just getting, you know, putting up with some really terrible kids in classes and then just quitting. And, you know, they also have their trauma from these classes that they've taught. And then they have to go, you know, they've spent 4 years of their lives studying to be a teacher and then they just fall out of it because they have a bad experience with kids. So it's very sad. So I think, you know, it needs to start at home, parenting. I mean, I can't say because I'm not a parent, but I'm just speculating. But I think in today's society, we're kind of leaving the phones to raise our children. We're very busy being busy these days, and I get that. Things are getting more expensive. You know, back in the day, you know, my mum could be a stay-home mum and, you know, be home for us when we got home from school and cook us breakfast and, you know, make our lunches and, you know, give us a snack when we came home, cook dinner. And, you know, a lot of kids these days don't even see their parents through the week. You know, parents leave to go to work really early because they work in the city. They get home late at night. And they're basically, the kids just have to go, you know, use a microwave. And they raise themselves because things are so expensive now. So, you know, it's not completely their fault. So then these kids become brats at school and they pick on teachers. Oh, little seagulls. So yeah, it's hard. I got to say, I put it out there for parents because it's not easy. That's why I chose not to be a parent, because I'm selfish personally. I didn't want to, you know, if you want to raise children, you have to look after them. You have to raise them. It's hard. But at the same time, especially, you know, in today's society, you have to pay for them too. Like this, you know, life is expensive. Clothes are expensive. Everything's expensive. My God, what am I saying? Everything's expensive, yeah. So yeah, it's not easy. It's not even raising yourself. My God, adulting is hard. God, life is hard. Oh, I don't know. But you know, at the same time, life is beautiful. So don't mistake what I'm trying to say here, guys. Life is beautiful. It's worth living. I really wish my friend Esther had reached out in that time of need. There's 24-hour hotlines here in Australia run by Lifeline. And so I do a lot of challenges for Lifeline too. So, because it's a free website where basically, yeah, if you're in need, you just pick up the call. It's a 1-800 number, and you'll get a trained professional counsellor to, you know, talk to you. So if you're not feeling good, got hair everywhere, they will talk to you. So I mean, that's a beautiful thing. Not every country has that. I mean, we've got someone in the chat from India. So like, can I ask you actually, we're talking about mental health. In India, if you needed to talk to a professional, like someone you're in, like, you know, not feeling very good and thinking that you were going to make a decision that potentially would end your life. Is there a phone call? Is there a number that you can call for free to get help? Just curious. Look at that, guys. That's a nice bit of sea glass. So, like, Deb, can you imagine making that into a little wind chime with lots of other little cling, cling, cling? That'd be so cool. No blue or pink. Oh my gosh, Deb. I've got the blue one at home on my buffet, and every time I walk past it, I'll look at it and I pick it up and I go, you know, it's beautiful, beautiful. Oops, turn that around, you know, I'll call my mug. Oh, thank you. Am I saying your name right? Ashish? Is that right, Ashish? Ashish? Thank you for that nice, positive message. Oh, look, I try to inspire, but you know, that's not my complete mission here. My mission really, selfish here, is to walk on a beach and train my legs to make sure that I can do this 30 kilometres so I can, you know, support mental health. But, you know, something positive that's come out of this is that, you know, some people are feel that I inspire them, which is great. You know, over the weekend, I saw my friend Catherine. She's sometimes in this chat. Deb, you've met Catherine. She's from Swashwa, Canada. Kathleen's Place, actually. Her name's Kathleen's Place. I'm sure, Deb, you've met her in the chat. She did a walking live over the weekend. And she said that, you know, she doesn't get out walking very often, but she felt so good walking. And she was doing a live, having a chat. And I jumped on the live and I was like, oh, hey, Kathleen, how you going? She was walking her dog. And she said how, you know, she felt so good walking in, you know, in nature. It was just like in her local area. And then over the weekend, I saw another guy, Doran. He's sometimes in my chat. He does a lot of lives from his house on StreamYard and has like loads of people on his lives. I've talked about him a lot. You know, he does a lot of really good networking, communicating. He's in Maui. And he took his phone, like I do, and he went onto the beach and did his live, just like I've been doing. So in ways, I'm kind of like, this is so cool. Like, I'm seeing different people's beaches or different people's backyards. I'm not saying that everyone has to do that, but I'm just saying it's so nice to see that. So that, you know, maybe I've inspired or reminded them that, hey, they don't have to just sit in the house and do lives. They can walk on a beach. Where is Paul? Oh, no, Paul in the morning, I think he likes to sleep in. I really do think he likes to sleep in. He's retired and he lives in a place like a long way from me, down the bottom of Australia where it's quite cold. So it's winter here. So I woke up with 10 degrees in this sun, right? And it's warm, right? I'll have to start taking clothes off in a second. And he wakes up in a completely different climate. It's cold. It'd probably be like, I couldn't imagine. And he's got wind down there too. Yeah, so, oh my gosh, probably should have worn my hat today. So, and then I know he goes walking a couple of times a day, but I know that I don't think he gets up early. I sometimes see him on the lives around 8 o'clock my time. So in probably about an hour's time, he'll jump on the live if I'm there. I only see him in the afternoons, Deb. He jumped on my live last night and listened to my dribble. It's not dribble, actually. Deb, I really would like you to go watch that video. It's only a half an hour. It's not me walking on a beach. It's literally just me at home talking about my experience walking and what I found from the walking I've been doing. It's maybe not what you think it would be. So yeah, you can have a look at that one later on. Or go down and have a look at it. You don't need to watch this. So I'm tapering off my training this week. I'm not really going to be concentrating much on the kilometres. I won't be coming to do a live this afternoon because I don't finish work till about, oh gosh knows. I don't think I'm going to be home till 6 o'clock at night. It's a late one for me tonight. It's a late start for me, so that's why I'm just walking in the morning. But I don't need to be walking twice a day to get, you know, my fitness up. I'm ready. The only thing I now need to do is start talking and preparing myself to what I'm going to bring on the day. Like, what I'm carrying in my backpack. Like, for example, I need to be taking hydrolytes. I need to be taking snacks. I take sea salt with me. Sea salt's really good. Deb, I don't know, do you take sea salt? Like, you don't have to be exercising, right? Like I'm doing. But sea salt in general is really good for you. Like just a pinch of sea salt. I take a pinch of sea salt, put that in your mouth, and then have some water. It's really full of really good minerals. Because the water we drink now is depleted of a lot of stuff. That's not exactly beautiful, I know, Deb. But you know what? It's still nice to pick up sea glass. Just because it's not blue or beautiful pink. God, that pink bit. My favourite bits now are the pink that you saw me pick up and the blue I showed you. So yeah, I'm tapering off my walking. So tomorrow morning I won't be walking, I'm going to be doing a Pilates class. So you'll catch me in the afternoon actually, Deb. So tomorrow afternoon, which will be morning for you. And then Wednesday I probably will, I do a morning one again, catch the sunrise. And then Thursday, it'll literally be, I probably won't even do a walk down the beach. I might do a live from home, packing my backpack, just, talking about my, the next day. Because, next day is show day. So I'm a bit excited, guys. I am really excited because, this is what we've been training for. This is what we've been talking about the whole time. I've been doing these lives on the beach. How most of us met, how I met you, Deb, was me walking along this beach. And then, every couple of days you'd find me on the live again and then we've connected. How cool is that? So, I've met some really nice people. And, Farm Cow, his handle's Farm Cow, but he's Craig. I've connected with him in the chat through doing these lives. And he's been a really great support. So he normally, sometimes I see him in the morning. So it's really interesting, doing a live in the morning. Sometimes I get lots of people on the lives. Sometimes I only get a few people on the lives. You're pretending to walk, and that's okay. Deb, look, and, I kind of mentioned this before, that I can probably turn people off also with my lives and some of my, my videos I upload. I'm, doing hiking. I'm hiking like, X amount of kilometres and stuff like that. Because in the hiking world, that's what we do. We want to hike lots and see beautiful things. But I also know that can also be quite triggering for people that can't walk the miles anymore. So, I don't do it to show off. I more do it from a way that I can do it, and I want to show you what I see when I do these things. So, if I can inspire you to see different places via your phone or your computer that you're watching on, and you can, pretend to be in your chair, like you could be going like this in your chair, walking on the spot. Actually, there's many ways. Like a friend of mine at the moment, she's training for a marathon. And she's going to do this marathon in the middle of Australia, which is Uluru. You've heard of the famous rock in the middle of Australia, Ayers Rock it's called. Uluru is the Aboriginal name. So I prefer to call it Uluru, but it is known as Ayers Rock, the big red rock. And it's hot in the middle of Australia, right? Even though it's winter, it's still going to be hot. Anyway, she's doing a marathon there, I think next week. So normally she does this challenge with me, but it was too close to her training for this marathon. And she hurt her, she's just got a weird, funny, something happened. She might have overtrained a little bit too. And she now is training in a pool. So she's swimming in a pool, like running in a pool. Because in a pool, the water like holds you. So have you ever thought, Deb, of doing like just walking, soft walking in a pool? Hydrotherapy kind of thing? It doesn't even have to be hydrotherapy. Just, it's summertime there for you, Deb, in Texas. There'll be a local pool nearby. Can you just go for a light walk, like literally just walking in a pool? I mean, obviously I don't know your full condition and I'm not obviously qualified to direct you in that kind of way, but I'm just saying that, there's ways that you could do some light walking. And yeah, pools are a great way of doing that because it holds your weight. So I see a lot of people in the pools after like rehabilitating, just doing soft walking in a beach. Ocean waves. Hey, ocean waves, how you going? Yes, it's good therapy walking on a beach. This is my Monday morning here. Actually, ocean waves, where are you based? I was looking at some of your videos and very inspiring videos. Can you tell me whereabouts you live? I'm guessing you're American, but I should never presume. I'm obviously Queensland based, or not Queensland, obviously Australian. G'day, mate. But I'm based in Queensland, in sunny Queensland. With the sunrise behind me is now 7:27 a.m. on a Monday morning. You're in Minnesota. Ah, okay, Minnesota. I'm great. So I don't know if you've been catching my lives. I mean, I know you've caught me on lives, that's how I met you. But I'm training for a 30 kilometre, or in your terminology, 18 miles. I'm doing on one day, on Friday, this Friday. So that's why I've been doing these walks. I'm training myself. I've done the walk a few times, but it's in awareness of mental health. So in my talks, my little lives here, I do talk about mental health. I have had the big chat already, so I don't need to go over it again, but if you're interested in knowing a little bit more about why, you can go back and watch the replay. But more importantly, I'm just taking you on a walk with me, like my friend Deb here. She's, she can't walk very far these days, but she likes to watch my walking and have a little chat with me. And she said she's walking in her mind, so to speak, by me walking. And she loves seeing my sea glass, actually. Look at this sea glass. Just thought I thought of some more here. Got a bit of a bluish tinge. Not really, it's green tinge. I don't know. No, it's just clear. I'm excited to see some blue colours. So Deb's really into the colours like me. So when I'm walking along, she gets completely inspired when I get so excited and seeing coloured sea glass. So I'm going to probably start next week, I'm going to do lives talking about what I'm going to do with these sea glass. And I've got so many suggestions. And one of Deb's suggestions is to actually make a pelican mosaic. And on the bottom where the pelicans are standing, we're going to put some real life sand. We're going to stick sand onto the bottom of the picture and then have the mosaic pelican or pelicans. Because normally when we're walking along, we see pelicans. Maybe not this morning, but we'll see them. Not always. Oh, it is great training, isn't it? Sand walking is really good for you. It definitely works different muscles. Like I normally walk on that path up there, because, in the morning, it's time consuming walking on sand too. It takes a lot longer and it's different muscles you're using. Good morning. I've got to say, guys, it's actually getting really warm. So yeah, ocean waves. Deb's my good mate. We met only probably 2 weeks ago in this chat, and we've got to know each other. So it's really interesting, these lives. Do you do lives, ocean waves? Because you've got a couple of thousand people following you. I was just wondering, do you do lives? Because I've just found that lives have been a really good way to connect with people. I only have 500 subscribers. I say that in a really excited way. I only have 500. I mean, that's exciting to have 500 subscribers. I know Ocean Waves, you have a bigger channel, but you know, I only started this probably really trying to build my page about 1.5 years ago, and it's been a long struggle. I'm not very consistent, and yeah, so by doing oh my gosh, so you know, to get to 500 subscribers, it's like exciting. So I was doing a live the other day, and all of the people on the live were egging me on to do a happy dance, so I did a happy dance. And actually, I'll upload that tonight actually, so look for that one in the shorts. It's my 500 happy dance, so that's been good. But yeah, it's been really nice to connect with people, and they've got to know a little bit more about me. I think when I do my edits, I try to show my personality. I'm not very serious. I don't take myself seriously. I we say in Australia, we take the piss. Like, I take the piss out of myself all the time. I'm not saying I piss on myself, but we say like take the piss is like have a joke with myself. And I'm okay with that. And we have a lot of banter here in Australia that nothing's serious, you know, we give people shit. We, you know, have a joke with people a lot. So I try to get that to come out in my videos. But, you know, editing's not easy, and I'm not a professional editor, so I'm learning. And so people have said to me that in the lives, they've actually got to know me a lot better because, you know, my true personality is coming out. Not that I try to, block my true personality, but yeah. So apparently, yeah, so which is nice. And I guess that's what lives are about. You can't hide anything. There's no filters, though I'm filtering myself behind my hair. I normally wear a hat, but I washed my hair yesterday, and I just, you know that, Deb, you know about happy hair. Just, you know, like when your hair is nice, it feels nice and washed, you want to, you know, enjoy it. And when I put a cap on it, it ruins it. Anyway, I've got to take hot clothes off, guys. It's warm. Okay. So bear with me. Actually, I'll put you down for a second, okay? You look at the ocean. I'm going to take some clothes off. There you go, look into the water. So I just found a little bit of sea glass. This is probably not a great angle, but I don't know, can you see me? Can you see me? This is self-care, drinking lots of water. But in saying that, I've got hydrolytes in water in my car. Oh yeah, you're seeing me? You're seeing me? You're seeing me? You're seeing me? Okay, I feel better now. I am stripped off. I'm just in my shirt now. Isn't this amazing? This is winter in Australia, or winter in southeast Queensland. I'm in a shirt and it feels glorious. Picking up rubbish too, because Mr. Turtle will try to eat that and end up in its stomach. It's not nice. So we're not... Okay, this is where why I wear hats, because I have a lot of hair. And yeah, I'm complaining, aren't I? Jeez, stop complaining. No, I appreciate having hair. Hey Mel, how you going? Hey Mel, how's your weekend? So Mel Runs Things is my friend from over the pond, like literally over there. She is in Hawke's Bay in New Zealand. And when she says fish and chips, she says fish and chips, and we say fish and chips. So the accent, the Australian and the New Zealand accent is a little different, but we like to have that little joke. So I just talked just a little bit before about how, you know, in Australia we give shit, and in New Zealand we give shit to each other too. So that's why on Mel's live the other day, so you should need to check out Mel's page. Mel does some amazing stuff. She does a few different things. She does diamond art. Deb, have you ever done diamond art? It's really interesting. I've never done it. But she does diamond art when she does lives. But she also does these amazing lives overnight or through the day when you're probably wanting to go to bed. You can listen to like beautiful Celtic music or Celtic music, you'd want to call it, like, you know, Scottish, Irish, Highland dancing kind of music. No, not dancing. Chilled music. It's all different music. It's not just Irish music and stuff like Scottish music. Different kinds of music. But it's just beautiful ambience to just melt away, you know, the end of your day. So you should check out her page. It's called Mel's Runs Things. Just like what is on her. Actually, let me just do something. Yeah, so just like her page says, Mel, or her handle, Mel's Runs Things. She's got an interesting page, Deb. You probably really enjoy her page too. So, you know, you enjoy a chat. I know you enjoy a chat, Deb, okay? And that's what I love about you. You know, you have a chat and you express what's going on in your life, which I think is sharing's caring. But Mel also is like me. She likes to chat. She's friendly. So, yeah, have a look at her channel too. And she does lots of lives too. So it's like Live City at the moment. We're alive. And yeah, sorry, and Deb and Mel, or Mel, because you haven't met, Ocean Waves is from Minnesota. And he does, or she, I'm sorry, is it a he or a she? I just presume you're a he. I shouldn't presume. It could be a he and a she. Or they, I don't know. Okay, but Ocean Waves. I just connected in the lives a couple of days ago, actually. And did you have some drone shots too? Lots of beach videos. I'm sure you had some drone shots. They were really good. Anyway, check out his page or their page. Got some interesting stuff on there too. And Deb is not chasing subscribers. Deb is just a viewer having a chat with us. But how's your weekend, Mel, anyway? Oh. Is it fisherman? Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's interesting, Ocean Waves. Is there a first name to call you? Do you mind me asking your first name? Because it's sometimes easier to say, you know, Deb or Mel than Ocean Waves. Oh, Paul! Hello, mate. G'day, mate. G'day, mate. Got the Aussie connection here. We've got the Aussie connection with Paul D. Australia. He's from Victoria. And you said it's 9 degrees down there. That's actually not too bad. It was 10 degrees down here when I got to the beach. Yeah. Actually, Deb was saying, hey, where's Paul? I said, oh, he's sleeping in. I said, I think Paul likes to sleep in. I don't know, Paul, do you like to sleep in? I said, I'll probably see Paul around the 8 o'clock mark. I kind of normally see Paul around on a live about 8 o'clock. So Paul is one of the guys that I give shit to a lot. Ocean Waves. And Mel is on, you know, my cousin across the road, across the water. We call them our cousins. And there's a healthy bit of rivalry between Australia and New Zealand. And we do give each other shit a lot. And here's Mr. Pelican. You're having the first coffee of the day, mate. Oh, well, enjoy. Well, I'm going to show you a pelican to enjoy your coffee with, okay? Let's get a bit closer. Oh, there's a pelican on the beach too. So, Paul, I had an amazing sleep last night. How about you? Did you have a nice sleep? And thanks for being on the live last night. a few people did comment on my video on watching the rerun. So I think I'm really glad I did do that. I was actually going to go to bed. I thought, oh, I couldn't be bothered. I want to go to bed. I'm tired. But I'm glad I just, that half an hour chat with you guys, you and Craig and Nicola. It was nice to connect with Nicola too. Ryan. Hi Ryan, how are you going? So this is Redcliffe and that is a pelican. Hey pelican. That was the sunrise. We'd get here at the sunrise. If you want to rewind the video, the live, you'll see the sunrise. It was quite a nice sunrise this morning. And this is called, we're walking into Scotts Point right now. So we're just going to stop. I talked a little bit about that I'm winding down my training because I don't need to prove anything to anyone. I think you all know I can walk. I'm walking. And, I've done the training. I'll do light walks. Like by the time I get back to my car, I probably would have done 5Ks. Okay, we don't want to get too close to Pelican. But we're just going to enjoy the moment with Pelican. Because they're so cool. Just the way they waddle. Look at the waddle on them. Waddle, waddle, waddle. Oh, look, shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake your tail feather. Can you see that? It's shaking its tail. I don't think they actually have a tail, but oh, yeah, they do. They kind of do. It's a tail feather. Hence the name, shake your tail feather. Oh my God. Oh, great. Oh, I'm glad, Paul. Hey, Miss Paula. Check out my friend Pelican. That's Pelican. Pelican says, "G'day, Paula. How you going, mate? How you going, Sheila?" That's what Pelican would say. I would say, "G'day, mate. How you going, Miss Paula?" So people in the chat, I think I've talked about Miss Paula to you. I said that she does these really cool impersonations. She is, oh my gosh, she's not Mitzi. Her friend is Mitzi. Alison is Mitzi. Oh my gosh, who's your personality again? I can't remember your name. Oh, I should know this, Miss Paula. So terrible. But Miss Paula, she shares her life. She lives on like a farm in, oh my gosh, which state do you live in? Like, I think you're in like Iowa, Minnesota. I don't know. Where are you? You're kind of north in Africa. North in America, aren't you? Oops, that's a person swimming. I mean, we don't want to show the person's getting out of the water. That's not nice. Hey, Marie. Meditation, motivation with Marie. And we have to say hello to Marie, my mate. How you going? I did one of your meditations this morning. It was very good. Diego was in bed next to me and he had to do the meditation with me and he fell asleep. I did the one on inspiring and it was beautiful. I'm inspired through myself. I'm inspired to show you this beach, to share my experiences. And I did a live. Marie, you probably want to check out my last live. It was last night I did a live, about a half an hour live. And it was just to talk out my experiences, what I've experienced through training. You might find it interesting. It's just about the whole journey of my walking and it ties into the mental health thing. So I won't go over it here, but I talked to Deb about going to watch it. Paul was on the live and yeah, he knows all about it. He heard me dribble. Anyway, how are you? How are you, Marie? How are you going? How's life in Spain? Yes, Mr. Pelican. A lot of people know Miss Paula. I'm great, Marie. I feel great. I had a great sleep last night, Marie. Oh, I feel so good. Ah, you're a Tennessee girl. Down in Tennessee? Is that how they talk? Oh, I don't know. I'm just sorry. I'm just in a funny mood today. I think there was a guy called Ocean Waves. I think it's a guy, girl. And I was just saying how in Australia we don't take things very seriously. We take the shit or take the mickey out of ourselves and others a lot. Mainly it's at Paul, because he's Australian and he's always in my chat, and we kind of have this kind of banter going back. He gives shit to me, I give shit to him. It's nice. So I don't mean to be disrespectful. When I think about Tennessee, I think smokehouses. And you were talking actually, I was watching one of your lives yesterday, Miss Paula, and you were talking about your 4th of July, and unfortunately your husband got sick, so you couldn't do your big party that you do. And you had 30 pounds of pork that your husband would smoke, and then you just had to cook it because your husband didn't feel like smoking it. It sounds so amazing. It makes sense. You're from Tennessee. That's where all the smoking is done. Not the smoking, the smokehouse stuff. Oh my gosh. I would love to go to Tennessee and go like Louisiana, all those places, those states down there, and try the smokehouses. Like, I think it'd be a really cool adventure. Like Dora's adventure. Actually, it'd be Dora and Diego's adventure, trying all the smokehouse food. Oh. And you know what I really like to do is, I know, Miss Paula, you're very much into religion. I know you've just started a new channel too. Did you say that you're dropping a new video today? So put in the handle your channel name, your new channel, because I think that might resonate with some people here. I don't know if you can do that. Hold on, let me just see that if I can do that. So Miss Paula does retirement and starting a new channel on, I don't know too much about it. I just saw it on the live, because on your rerun of your live, I was snooping, and you were saying that it's a Bible channel, and you're doing your first video. I think maybe it's Sunday, so maybe tomorrow it'll drop. But maybe you'd like to share that, because maybe that will resonate with some people in our chat. And I just want to say that when I do this, Dora and Diego tries this smokehouse food, I really want to go to like the gospel churches and hear all the gospel music. Have you ever done that, Miss Paula? Are you a good singer, Miss Paula? I know, I just think it'd be really beautiful. I'm not a singer. I pretend to sing all the time, but I'm not a singer. And I don't go to church every Sunday. But when I was in Samoa, I did go to church every Sunday, and the music was amazing. And like, even though I couldn't understand the music, they were singing, but it was really beautiful. And it just reminded me that deep south, I'm not even going to try to sing like the gospel stuff, but it just sounds amazing. Anyway, back to Pelican. I'll stop my ranting. So okay, so everyone, does everyone know meditation and motivation with Marie? I'm sure you do. I think I've talked about you a lot, but Marie is from the UK and she's now living in Spain, and her page, she talks about meditation, motivation kind of topics. So, but she does guided meditation. So I've been doing a lot of her meditations, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Everyone can do like a 5-minute one. Not everyone loves meditation. I know, Paul, you're not into meditation. Paul's meditation is walking on the beach or walking on his island, which is fine, because I think that's probably meditation for me too. I've been finding Marie's meditations really quite useful for my own mental state, just to calm me. So Miss Paula, Paul D Australia does some amazing footage of where he lives, where he travels in Australia, and where he travels around the world. So he's a pretty good guy to check out, okay? Just saying. You know, I'm not plugging anyone, but you know, I have my favourites. Yeah, Marie, it was beautiful. Not to make it all about me, because it's not all about me, but I had a heavy night yesterday. Yesterday was quite heavy on me, and the day before, and you'll get it by watching my live later on. You'll connect the dots. My rerun of last night's live, and I think it's called, I can't remember what I called it. I called the Anxiety. Yes, called the Anxiety. So check that out, and it'll come on a link itself. But I had a nice sleep last night, and your meditation about, oh my gosh, I can't even remember what it was now. I just talked about it a second ago. My brain. Anyway, inspiring. It was about inspiring. It was a 10-minute guided meditation on inspiring, and I'm inspired by Mr. Pelican, okay? I'm inspired to walk on the beach, and that's why I share it with you guys. because it's soothing on my heart and my soul. And my friend Esther, that I do these walks for, also loved the beach. And when I picked her up one day when she was a complete mess, I took her to the beach, and I hoped she found a bit of solace in it. But in your meditation this morning, Marie, I just started crying. Maybe I just needed to get some crying off my system. And Paul will probably go, makes a little sense. It was a heavy topic, not a heavy topic, but I was talking a lot about myself last night in my experience in these walks I've been doing and the lives I've been doing. But anyway, I just needed to cry, and I loved your meditation, and it was a happy cry. It wasn't a sad cry. It was just beautiful. Anyway, I just want to share that with you. So I'm not saying that everyone that watches a meditation motivation with Marie will cry. It's not the point. It's a point of like just calmness. Yeah. Oh, it's hot. It's hot in Spain still, hey? And thanks, Paul is like my personal assistant. He always tells me what I'm doing. So this Friday I'm walking 30 kilometres for mental health. Check out the live, check the rerun, and you'll hear all about it, Marie, about how my training's going. Is that how you talk? Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I guess so. I knew, Marie, you take the piss out of yourself too. And that's what I love about your personality, Marie. Sorry, Paula, is that you do take the piss out of yourself. Yes, you did cook 30 pounds of pork. And then you donated it to a homeless shelter? No, so to a group. Oh, you donated to a charity, I know that. Yeah, so how is your hubby going, Paula? Okay, he's better. I'm trying to get through the comments while you watch the pelican. Okay, so that is Miss Paula's new channel. If you'd like to check that out, check it out. So Miss Paula is not a good singer. I reckon you are a good singer though. I reckon you got some lungs. Isn't the pelican gorgeous? Yeah, please people, if you could like my live, that'd be lovely. Thank you, Paul. Okay, I can't keep up with the chat. There's a lot in the chat, guys. It's great. Yeah, actually, Paul lives in a little island on the bottom of Australia. So like yonder down that way, where Mel Runs Things lives yonder that way. Oh, look. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed you. I'm surrounded by joy. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm literally standing in the middle of a pelican on this side, and I didn't even realise. Hey, gorgeous. Hey, gorgeous. Now, this is the pelican conversation, okay, guys? Hey, Sheila. How you going? How you hanging? Oh, that's not right. That's not right. Okay, rewind. Hey, Sheila. How you going, beautiful? How's your day, lovely? Yeah, it's good, mate. I'm right. How are you? Look, you're shaking your tail feather. Shake your tail feather, shake your tail feather. Oh, it's so gorgeous. You are absolutely gorgeous. That's the pelican saying that to me, guys. Okay, just say it. No, I'm saying that to the pelican. Ordinarily, I don't like to be this close to animals because, you know, it's their space. But I didn't, he was out in the water before and he came behind me. So these guys are quite tame because they're used to the fishermen here. Maybe he thinks I'm a fisherman, that I'm going to give him some bait. Sorry, mate, I don't have any bait. See, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Look. Now, what's this other one doing? Oh, so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Hey, Peter. How you going, Peter? G'day, mate. He's my mate from the UK. And there's my pelican mate. So I think a lot of you guys know Peter too. Oh my gosh, Peter did this amazing video. I did share it in my posts. Oh gosh, what was it? It was talking about just going over the highs and lows of starting a YouTube channel. It was so good. And it was him kind of playing all the characters. It was amazing. Amazing. So Peter's only new to kind of YouTube and getting in the, the YouTube world. And I think I met him on Karen's live actually. And that's when Karen was on the live, Marie was on the live. So I met Marie on the live too. I mean, I'd known her, I think recently in the chats, but then I met her live on a live. It's so weird that we're all doing these lives. It's great, isn't it? I think we get to meet all these different personalities. So yeah, Peter has a great channel talking about, starting your YouTube page, and he's really honest. And that's what I love about it, just genuine honesty. And so yeah, if you're not following Peter, I think you'd like to see Peter. But Peter, welcome to the live. I'm training for a 30-kilometer walk, which is like 18 miles, and it's this Friday. So I've been walking for like the last 3 weeks. I've been walking and living basically on the beach, training, because, got to walk in the sand to be ready. But I'm kind of slowing down the training this week because it's only this Friday I'm doing the live. Sorry, I'm doing the walk. So I'm going live, as in I'm really actually walking. I don't know if I'll do a live. As I said, I just think I need to concentrate on the walk. I love when they walk, guys. I just think they're so cute. Look at the waddle. Waddle, 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 waddle. Hey, Peter, there's actually, when you say, hey, girls, I'm giving you shit because Paul is one of the girls. But no, he probably won't appreciate that. But Paul D. Australia is my mate. He's from down the bottom of Australia on an island called Phillip Island. And he's a cool guy. So if you think I'm cool, Peter, you should check out Paul D. He's cooler. He does lots of videos on his walks that he sees on this island. So he sees whales, man. He trumps, I don't know, does he trump pelicans, or do you think pelicans are cooler than whales? I don't know. I think they're all cool. But yeah, Paul shows different kind of aspects of nature on his channel in shorts. He's really dedicated on YouTube, right? He does a short on a Wednesday, and he does a long form video on a Saturday. And he also shows stuff on his travels, okay? So yeah, Peter, you should check out his channel. You'll probably like him. Oh. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm kind of missed half a chat because, oh, hey, Mary. G'day, Mary. Mary is through Connections, and she has another channel called Blessings Through Crochet, which is kind of a play on words because I think she's not really crocheting, she's connecting people. Anyway, I think we all met Mary the other day. She was one of the big instigators to me to get 500. Well, she was the one like, you should do a happy dance because I got 500 subscribers and I had to do a happy dance. So that was nice. So anyway, nice to see you, Mary. So there's, is there Kathleen here too? Hey, Kathleen. Oh my God. I was talking about you just before, Kathleen. I was talking about inspiring, how, I didn't do this walk and these lives to inspire, but at the same time, that's what's probably come out of it. And I was just saying how I was so joyed seeing my mate Kathleen's place, walking her dog in nature with the phone up, holding it up and talking. And I was able to catch the live, and it was so beautiful. And I'm kind of like standing here and there's people like watching the pelicans, and they must be thinking, who is this girl? Like, what is she doing? She's sitting on the beach talking to herself. Look at me. Look at my reflection. Look at me. I'm just like holding the fan up, my hands in the air. Like, who am I? Who am I? Okay. am I? Who am I? The pelican's like, I have no idea what you are. You are one weird animal. And that's why I pick up rubbish, guys, because I do not want rubbish in that that beautiful soul. Like, look, how gorgeous is that thing? Oh, I'm obsessed with you guys. I'm obsessed. You know, I'm obsessed with platypuses, but I'm also obsessed with... Actually, I'm just obsessed with animals. I love animals. They're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. Oh, so Mary, Kathy is your mum. Ah, okay. Okay, so... Ah, okay, that makes more sense. Okay, I get it now. Oh, the pelican's amazing, isn't it? It's meditation in itself. Oh, Marie, you know I don't need any at all, like, egging on. You do realise that, don't you? You're egging on someone that just does not need egging on. I haven't done a pelican dance. I'll show you my pelican dance, all right? That's my pelican dance. Actually, this is my pelican dance. Shake your tail with it, shake your tail with it. I'm glad those guys, they're fishermen guys, are watching that way. Is there anyone this way? The pelican's walking away going, what the hell is that? What is that? Well, there you see it. This channel seems to be quite unique. It's all full of lots of weird and crazy shit. Pelican dancing, platypus dancing, train dancing, happy dancing. Okay, I'm going to take this opportunity to have a drink of water. Oh, I left my bucket over here. So it's interesting how these guys are just so comfortable to just stand here. They probably just don't feel threatened by me. They probably think you're so consumed on that little computer phone you're doing that you'll never hurt us. Hey, Lavender, you were doing a meditation. Everyone, meet Lavender. I think you've heard me talk about Lavender's Rock. So guys, I'm not going to walk down the end. You'll hear in my rerun of my live yesterday, I don't need to do any more massive walking. I've done the massive walking. I'm going to wait for the massive walking on Friday. Hey Sheila, how you going? Oh, tasty? It's like Vegemite, it's tasty as. Oh gosh. You know that feeling when you see animals and you just want to hug it? Like, you know, I don't literally want to hug it like that, even though I'm doing those kind of hands, but like you just want to hug it because it's so cute. I mean, you never would, but how gorgeous are you? Gorgeous, a bloody gorgeous. Sheila, thanks for letting me know. Now go away. You're invading my solace. I'm meditating. Leave me alone. Okay, I'll leave you alone. So I saw Lavender in the chat and she said that she'd been doing some meditation. That's awesome. How long are you meditating for, Lavender? And you know, Lavender, have you actually done any of meditation motivations with Marie? Because you know I've talked about her a lot. I think you've been on the chat and when Marie's been on. Do you do meditations from YouTube or do you just do meditations yourself? Muy bonita. Yeah, that pelican. Well, how do you say pelican in Espanol, Marie? Pelicano? I don't know, I'm just joking, I have no idea. What is pelican in Espanol? So Marie, how is your Spanish, Espanol? Like, are you fluent? I know you've lived in Spain a long time, but I'm just just wondering. I mean, you probably know your to get by, or are you completely fluent? Because I have talked about Marie is from the UK, but she's living in Spain. Pelicano. Oh my God. And I didn't even need tequila. Because when you drink tequila, you are fluent in Espanol. But wow, I got it right. That was just a lucky guess, actually. Actually, Deborah, these boats out here, the fishermen that I pointed out before, that I was glad they weren't watching me when I was doing the pelican dance, they're local fishermen. They've got licenses to actually put their boats on these beaches, and they actually do get mullet here. So they're actually watching the mullet. Oh, maybe you knew that already, because I think I showed you the bags of mullets that they pull off the beach. But yeah, there's no boats out there at the moment of theirs, but they're watching. And there'll be another guy down the other end of the beach, and they'll have a walkie-talkie and they talk to each other about it. So you're bilingual. 24 years in Spain. Bilingual with an English accent. Yeah, I don't think you'll ever get rid of that accent. And that's not the point. You don't want to get rid of it, do you? I think it's nice to hear Spanish, like, you know, someone speaking Espanol with an accent. Lavender, thank you for reminding us. What are we all grateful for today? I mean, today's my morning. Mel runs, if she's still there, it's her morning. Paul D Australia, it's our morning. So what are we grateful for this morning, guys? And we've got Mary, we've got Marie, we've got Deborah. Oh, we've got some guy called Green Astari. Hello, how you going? Who else? Lavender's also Australian, obviously. What's she grateful for? So, do you want to tell us in the chat what you're grateful for? And I'll start thinking and telling you what I'm grateful for. Because I find that when you start thinking about what you're grateful for and you start saying it out loud, you find so many more things that you're grateful for. So I do this generally at night time. I say 3 things I'm grateful for. And sometimes I can't help myself and I just say more than 3 things because, you know, there's so many things to be grateful for when you really think about it. So I'm going to start it off. Put it in the chat if you want to, you know, tell us what you're grateful for. So I'm grateful that, you know, I had a really nice sleep. I think sleep is definitely not thought of enough in our mental health. Like, a good night's sleep is so good for you. Oh my goodness. I had a great sleep, guys. Amazing sleep. And what else am I grateful for? I'm grateful that I had some yogurt before I went on this walk. It was strawberry yogurt and it tasted amazing. And I was just like, I'm so lucky that I actually have food in the fridge. Because some people don't. Some people don't even have a fridge. There's a homeless guy. I walked past a toilet block back to my car. He's living in front of the toilets. So he has no access to cold fridge. And it's cold, right, guys? It was 10 degrees when I got down here and he's sleeping there. So I'm grateful that, you know, I have a roof over my head, a fridge that I can access, you know, some yogurt, strawberry yogurt, my God. You know, they're simple pleasures that we just take for granted. And I'm really grateful for my body. I sometimes feel like I abuse my body, but I'm really grateful for it. Marie, I'm talking about, you know, when you said in that comment there that people don't know where you're from when they hear your accent or when you talk because you don't look English. I don't know really what English people look like. I mean, it's kind of like, what do Australian people look like? So I don't know, I just think, what do you think you look like? I wouldn't say, I don't know, I think you look pretty normal. So Miss Paul is saying, I'm grateful for God, family and health. Amen. So Mary's got here yesterday, was busy and made a busy morning at church and lunch afterwards. So I'm relaxing and taking it easy for the rest of the evening. Hey, Mary, have you met Miss Paula Does Retirement? If Miss Paula, if you're still there, can you drop your link? Because I actually think Mary would be interested in your new channel. So Miss Paula has just started a new channel called, I think she's called Bible Studies, but she'll drop the link. It was a bit higher up. She did drop it before. And she's going to do her first video tomorrow, I think. But it's about obviously God and, you know, things that I think, you know, that you are very interested in, and I think you'd appreciate it. Marie is grateful for friends. Lavendur's got having a safe and comfortable home, having access to clean water, having enough food to eat, having clothes to wear. Rose, which is her twin sister, and Liam, her twin brother, so they're triplets. And your friends. Oh, that's beautiful, Lavender. So Lavender is a twin? No, quin. No, what do you call it? Triplet. She has 3, yeah. She's a quin. Oh my God, she's a triplet. God. She's got 16, she's in a family of 16 children. So there's a couple of triplets. I think there's one triplet and a couple of twins, isn't there? Man, can you imagine being your mum? Your mum is a queen. A queen. So, blessings through connection, which is Mary. She had a lovely lunch at church. Oh, that's beautiful. Marie saying she's grateful for this beach. Yeah, I'm honestly, again, I take this for granted too. How beautiful is my beautiful morning that I get to experience if I don't get out of bed and I'm just lying in bed scrolling, which I am guilty of a lot. I can get out of bed and I get to see this glorious beach. I get the nice sun on my eyes and my skin. Like they say that, you know, the first sunlight is so good for your eyes and for your skin. Your sedate. Oh, your scot. Oh, I can never say the word. Sedadian. It's a 24-hour clock. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Circadian rhythm. Canadian rhythm. Canadian. Oh, I don't know. I can hardly speak English, let alone another country. Circadian rhythm. I don't know. But yeah, that's why I'm not wearing sunglasses when I walk in the mornings. Or, well, sometimes I have a hat on. But I washed my hair yesterday and I don't like hat hair, okay, guys? I just feel like, you know, the first day you wash your hair, it's nice to have nice fluffy hair. So I thought, I'm not going to wear a hat this morning. I'd much rather my hair like all over my face like this, having a conversation with you like this. So I have fluffy hair. Look, there's a fish. I think that's one of the fishermen's dropped that. I don't know if that's a good thing, guys. Like, people swim here. Oh, there's people stand up paddleboarding there. I think homelessness is everywhere, isn't it? Like, it's a pandemic of mass at the moment. Like, it's just, the cost of living is getting so ridiculous that people just can't afford to live in a house. It's so terrible. And then, you know, the rental market is just disgusting. They're just squeezing, you know, the life out of, you know, most people that are having these houses, like, you know, rental houses. If you can't afford to buy a house, and let's face it, not too many people can now, and then you got to rent, and then your rent keeps on going up, like, what do you do? And then you can't even get a rental because, like, so many people are trying to get the same rental, and then you miss out. Then so you have to accept these price increases from, you know, the rental market, and it's not nice. And then the banks are also squeezing the people that own the rentals by, you know, increasing, you know, the prices of interest rates and stuff. Though I've got to say, interest rates are starting to go down again, which is good. But it doesn't help the rental market. Still, the rent is just going up and up. And people living in their houses, people living in their cars. And then these are people that have got jobs. They're, you know, people that are still able to work and they just can't get a rental. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to fix it, because we don't seem to be building enough houses in time, and yeah, it's sad. Hey, Da Farm Adventures, how you going, mate? We met on Mel Runs Live yesterday. Thank you for jumping on and seeing my morning live. This is it's 8:18 a.m. now on Monday morning in southeast Queensland. An hour and a half ago we saw the sunrise. It was so glorious. That's another thing I was grateful for, to catch the sunrise. We're talking about in the chat what we're grateful for today. So guys, I'm a bit behind the chat, and you know, I'm also trying to walk, and the sun's in my eyes. I'm just, you know, so, you know, I'm not being rude, but if there's something that you want to draw my attention to, maybe say it again in the chat and I'll look it up. Just the sounds of the ocean is just so amazing. And in Marie's, so meditation, motivation with Marie, a lot of her guided meditations, you can hear, like, you know, she's got this beautiful sound of the ocean in the background. And I've got to say, Marie, your voice is very soothing. I do like listening to your voice. So it does make it a nice meditation, I've got to say. Okay, so Miss Paula dropped her handle again. So she started a new channel called Paula Does Bible Studies. So that was specifically for Blessings Through Connections. Mary, because I know you have got huge faith, so I just thought that'd be really beautiful that, you know, you guys could maybe support each other. And look, Mary has 2 channels, but this channel here called Blessings Through Connections is actually her mother's channel, who's Kathy, but Mary's the one's promoting it. Mary's mother is not well, and she's actually got this channel monetized. So she's really, she's she's actually promoting her channel. She's promoting many other people's channels. She shares my thing, like my pages. So, I do actually have to pull my finger out, sorry, and I will share some of your stuff. So, for example, Mary has shared my channel on her community post, and then people from her community, looked in her community posts, have come over and said, hey, Mary said to say hello, and, looked at my channel and watched, and they've jumped on some lives. I've had some people jump on some lives and say hello. So that's nice. So thank you, Mary. So I need to return the favour. It's nice to have people that support your channel and support you, and it's also nice to reciprocate too, obviously. And look, Marie, meditation motivation Marie. Obviously, I do talk about her meditations a lot. It's not because I'm sponsored or anything like that, guys, and she's telling me I should or anything like that. It's just because I'm generally doing her meditations and I'm finding it really helpful for my brain. And, I'm just going to share that. So I have been sharing it in my community posts too. At the same time, I don't expect Marie to likewise do the same. It's not expected. But, she does share my stuff too. So thank you. You don't have to. And I'm not saying you guys in the chat, oh, my God, Mutiara, that's my real name. Mutiara or Dora's, saying that we should share, my stuff. No, God, no, don't. I'm really just saying it's nice when someone does it. It's not expected. But, I'm just saying that I am going to return that Mary, because, I think it's really beautiful that you have your own channel, but your mum has one, and you're really helping your mum, push her channel, because she, she's suffering at the moment and she can't work, and this is her income. So I think that's beautiful. And, there's other channels. I don't know if I should say too much, but there's other channels that I do, that I've got to know through watching lives, and, heard their backstories and why they're doing these things. And, so again, I go and support their channels too, because, sometimes it appears that, people are, they're doing things on a channel, but they've got another reason for it. Like, they're needing extra income. People are making money out of YouTube now. So it's beautiful. I think it's great that we get to share our experiences on this platform, and it's kind of free. Like, I'm not paying for any platforms. YouTube's a free app. Okay, I'm paying for my phone, and I'm paying for my data. Oh, he's going to go windsurfing. Cool. Has anyone tried windsurfing? It's goddamn hard. So I'm laughing. So Marie, you've watched my whole playlist of Dancing with Dora. There's only, I think there's 22 videos, isn't there? I saw that this morning. There's 22 videos. Yeah, well, thank you. I hope you had a good laugh out of that. That's the whole point of Dancing with Dora. Dancing with Dora Wednesdays it is, but I kind of dance on any day now. It's Monday and I danced. But, that is about not taking yourself so serious. Just enjoy the moment. Sometimes people watch me and I'm, shaking it, and they're like, what the hell is she doing? Like, I care. I'm not hurting anyone. And yes, I posted on YouTube and Instagram. Oy! But, it's generally just for shits and giggles, to be honest. What started as just a dare on Instagram, someone said, a guy called Michael from the UK said to me, You should do a regular dance segment and call it Dancing with Dora. You know, it'd just be funny. And I said, oh, yeah, it could be, couldn't it? And then, yeah, the next week I came back with a Wednesday dance, and then I called it Dancing with Dora Wednesdays. Ooh. Hey, that's yellow. Look at that, guys. So that's brown sea glass, and that's a yellow sea glass. That's very rare. It's like I'm diamond hunting. Oh, no. When you look at it like that, it looks exactly the same. No, it's a little bit different. Deb, are you there? Deb loves looking at my glass. Okay, it looks a little different. Look. Oh, it doesn't... Okay, just take my word for it. That's more yellow. Hair get like that's more yellow. And then that's more brown. Okay, well, I found a bit of yellow sea glass, okay, guys? I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh, and there's a bit of green. Woohoo! We've got some colours, guys. We got some colours. We have some colours. So I know Deborah's been going through my playlist of my 30-kilometre walk. So I actually have a playlist, and I think there's like 28 videos. It's bloody long. But yeah, thank you, Deb, because sometimes I'll, through the day I'll look at my phone and I'll see notifications and I'll be different comments saying good morning or like hello. So Deb, you're looking at my playlists and yeah, you're watching them, and you're telling me funny things that you saw. Like when I sometimes do my lives, I'm actually saying, oh, Deb would love this. And then Deb's watching my reruns later on and saying, yeah, I do love that. So that's nice. Thank you. Hey, Matt. G'day, Matt. How you going, my mate from Cheshire? How's the Cheshire cat this morning? Do you have a cat, Matt? Just curious. Everyone, oh, and there's Maddie. Maddie, my duck queen. So Maddie, I had to have a bath the other day on Saturday night, because I did like a lot of walking that day. And I went and got my little plastic duck. And I put him in the bath with me with my sea salts and my bath bomb. So Maddie's from, I think you're from Iowa, is that correct? Have I got that right? Are you from Iowa? No, I know Mary's from Iowa. I think you're from Iowa too, aren't you? So Matt, you're saying that you have a friend that lives in her car and then drives it to work. Yeah, that's the sad reality, isn't it? There's a lot of people living in cars. And you know what the hardest thing is also? That these people are also getting victimised too, because, when they're applying for different things, they have to put their address down, and they actually don't have a permanent address. And people are like, what do you mean you don't have an address? They said, and then like these people go, I don't actually have an address, I'm living in my car. So like, they're getting traumatised by having to tell their story. Like, it's worse enough they have to live in a car, but then they have to say to people, yeah, I don't have an address, this is the reason why, because I actually live in my car. And then they can't get things sent to them because they don't have a fixed address. Yeah, it's not nice. So I'm a bit behind the chat, guys. But I can see you all, talking to each other, introducing yourself, which I love. You're watching from both your channels, Miss Paula. God, look at you. How are you watching from both your channels? You're watching from your phone from Miss Paula, and then watching from your computer where you've got your Miss Paula Does Bible readings. You're very clever. So I will actually have to go check out your channel, and you know, like, you're doing a premiere, aren't you? It'll probably premiere when I'm asleep, but I'll be able to watch the rerun. So I'm excited what to see, like what you're actually going to put on that channel. I mean, obviously I know it's about Bible reading, but I was going to say, like, are you going to do some Bible reading? I'm guessing you are, aren't you? That'll be interesting. Instead of, you know, like I've talked about that I don't actually go to church, but maybe that can be my church. I can listen to Miss Paula going through a reading. Oh, okay. Now Miss Paula is now liking me from Miss Paula Does Bible Studies. Okay, let me just screenshot that so that I can go check out your page later. I've talked about you putting it in the link so that other people can look at it, but it's for me to look at too. Okay, where's my car? Oh yeah, I'm nearly back in my car. So it's been a nice little chat this morning, should I say. It's been a really nice walk on the beach, to be honest. So, like, the sand has been really flat. So, talking about my walk on Friday, the sand is not going to be like this, right? Because I'm walking with many other people. So my team is a team of 4 ladies. And then there's many teams of 2 people, 4 peoples, many peoples. There's people walking 20 kilometres, 30 kilometres, 45 kilometres and 60 kilometres. So the sand is going to be churned up like crazy. Like, yeah, so when it's churned up, it's much harder to walk on. So that's why I've been walking on this sand, just to build my resilience to sand. And testing out different things. So I definitely know what socks not to wear, what socks to wear. You definitely want to be wearing comfortable clothing. There's a particular pair of leggings that I have that keep on falling down. Definitely don't want to be wearing those in a day. So that's why you can kind of do these trainings to, you know, trial out your gear too, to make sure that you're, you know, taking all the right things. Yeah, no, so Marie, yes, Nicola. I met Nicola yesterday on a live. She jumped on my live and I checked out her cooking recipes. She made a really nice cooking recipe of beans and mince. And I know a similar one that my Thai friends used to make, so it was really nice to watch her version. And then I realised, and she talked to me, like, well, of course you talk to people in lives, but she's from Malaysia and she's living in Italy. So, you know, I'm half Indonesian, so we had a bit of a chat. I told her my real name, which is Mutiara, and she said, oh, that means pearl. So yeah, we got acquainted on the chat, which was nice. I'd like to get to know a little bit more about her and know her story of how she ended up in Italy. So now we can just sit down. That's a cool machine. Like a go-kart. Actually, guys, I'm going to get my hydrolytes out of my car. Again, I'm talking about self-care. Hydrolytes. Put the electrolytes back in your body. Oh, there we go. Oops. Oh. I'll sit in the back of my car. Oh, right. So lots of people go running here. There's a running club called Redcliffe Runners. So here's my Hydrolytes. It's kind of like I think it was a strawberry drink, but it puts all the minerals back in your body that you've depleted from sweating, and just water itself doesn't, give you the minerals. Guys, this is amazing. So anyway, guys, I'm going to catch up on the rest of the little chat underneath here. Okay, so Matt's putting someone in there that they want to do lives and they need the subs. If anyone can help that out, that'd be great. Miss Paula, yes, she does dance finish. Well, actually, Miss Paula, didn't you see my pelican dance? Marie said that I should do a pelican dance, so I did a pelican dance. It was like 15 minutes ago. I could do a dance. Oh my God. Okay, I'll dance. Ready? I'll have some water. This is called the electrolyte dance. Electric, electric, I'm electric, I'm electric, I'm electric. Bzzz. How was that? I don't know how I got electric from electric, I don't know, hydrolyte drink, I don't know. Well, my dances aren't supposed to ever make sense, guys. It's not the point. Oh, actually, guys, do you want me to finish on a Be Happy card? Let me go get that. Okay, I'm going to end this on a Be Happy card. So, let me just... They pop out, you pop them out like that. Okay. Let me read, guys. Oh, I can't even read that. Okay. Sorry, I can't. I'll have to you look at the beach and I'll read this to you, okay? This is my Be Happy card I drew. Okay, let me clear my voice. Do not wait for life. Do not long for it. Be aware always and at every moment that the miracle is in here and now. Marcel Proust. I don't know if you can read that, guys. If you want to screenshot that, that'd be quite nice. That's a really nice saying. Hold on, can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? I don't know. I'll only read it again. Do not wait for life. Do not long for it. Be aware always at every moment that the miracle is in the here and now. That's beautiful. See you, Marie. I think you've gone to sleep. Thank you, Matt. Don't forget to like my live. It's free. Thank you. Good night, Marie. Oh, so Mandy, you're from Arizona. Okay. Maybe I didn't know that. You were born in Iowa, but you live in Arizona. Okay, cool. See you, Mandy. Yeah, Mary, it's so hard when, cost of, operations and things are so expensive. And obviously that's why we're going to support your channels and help you out because, yeah, like I said, there's money to be made on YouTube. And if we can just watch each other's, playlists or support them in that kind of way, yeah, why wouldn't we? Oh, Lavender, you used to be homeless for 2 years when you were living with your dad. Okay, so I'm probably missed half your chats here, guys. I'm going to go right down the bottom. So guys, did we like that? I really like that little message. The message in there was like, don't wait for life. It's not one of those things that they say, don't save the good china for, those special days. Use the good china every day, and the fancy glasses every day. Today is today. Tomorrow's not guaranteed for any of us. So anyway, guys, thank you for walking with me and sharing my walk. I definitely feel very blessed to have you guys watching, and I get to show you pelicans and do this funny dance and have a laugh and have a giggle. And in all seriousness, there is a message here that, connection, friendship, our mental health is so important. Looking after ourselves, so important. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys. Much appreciated. Thank you, Paul and Matt, for always saying like and smash the like and subscribe and all those things. I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate you women too, so it's not just guys. I appreciate you all. Thanks, guys. See ya. Bye.